Welcome to the Talk It Out Show. I'm your host, Joanne. We would like to let you know that this show is for entertainment purposes only. If you want to look us up on Facebook or Twitter, look us up on Talk It Out Show. And if you need to email us any of your questions, go ahead and email us at talkitoutshow@gmail.com. Now, if you need to physically send any of your questions to us, you can go ahead and send it to our P.O. Box at P.O. Box 901043, Portland, Oregon 97290. All right, well, as you know, I have my panel of lovely ladies. I'm going to introduce them to you. We have Lydia.
Hello, everyone.
And we have our lovely Valerie.
Hi, everyone.
All right, you guys, we want to thank you so much for being here, and we want to help one of our listeners out. All right, y'all, let's help this person out for real. All right, this one says, I'm 42. My husband is 40. We've been married almost 4 years, and we've been together almost 7. Our marriage has had ups and downs like any other, but they were minor compared to what just happened. We've been quarantined together with my 13-year-old son since mid-March. My husband actually contracted COVID, and then I got it. We were both sick for about a week and a half. We've both gotten better and are still quarantining and not going out much. We've had a couple of disagreements here and there, being cooped up inside, but today took the cake. I was in the bathroom, and he had left his phone. Now, normally I don't check his phone, but I had an urge to do it today. But when I opened up his message app, I noticed a name I'd never seen before. It was like one of those dating hookup app names. Anyway, in this message, he was arranging to see some woman tomorrow. I'm furious. I want to kill him, but I remain composed. I told myself I'll wait till tomorrow to see if he'd go to the meeting and confront him once he got back home. But after I thought about it, I thought if he were alone with this woman and he may have sex with her, I became madder by the second. So I asked him about the text and who it was. This man lied to my face and said it was his brother's old phone number. I'm like, well, why was the contact saved with that name, Sex Kitten? He claimed he didn't know. Then I'm like, why did you say your name was Black Panther in the text? Like, where is this coming from? He lied again and said it was his nickname. He lied so quickly he thought I wouldn't continue to press. Well, after about 10 more questions, he finally told the truth that it was an old college friend who was a female. He was checking on her. He claimed they'd been contacting each other for the last 2 months. I asked, was he cheating on me? He said no. I don't think I could trust him at this point. I'm so hurt, man. I don't know what to do or think. I'm just pissed. What would you do?
Well, it's hard to say what I would do now because the simple fact you did stuff I wouldn't have done. I'm going to wait until you mess up or whatever the case may be. I've learned, because I was married before, as I've stated many a times, if you're not ready to leave, you just learn to shut up until you are ready to go. Because anything he says at this moment, you're not going to believe, and you put doubt in your relationship anyway. Mm-hmm. So if you would have just let it play out, and it could have been a friend, you don't know, or he could be cheating, which you believe he is. So, and best believe, if he did cheat, this ain't the first woman. So you talking about worrying about contracting this and that because you just caught this. It's just you caught this in the middle of COVID. You know what I mean? So I just think, like, to me, it's hard for me to say what I would do because I wouldn't have never confronted him in the beginning. I would have just been more mindful and watching, and we ain't having sex because I got to know what's going on to protect myself. Because I don't think any man, there's maybe 2 or 3 men out there that would have just said, I'm cheating. But usually they're not going to say that if they don't want the relationship to end or if they don't want to deal with the drama. They're not going to go, I'm cheating. So you asking the question like you were going to get this big, wide, honest thing, and you felt like because you asked 10 more questions and he finally said something, he had time while you was asking 10 questions to come up with an answer, personally. So you did what you did. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay with him? Are you going to leave? Because that's where it basically is. Because if you accept this, then he knows, okay, I know how to handle it, and this time I just won't get caught. So what are you going to do? Since you want to ask what we're going to do, you already did what you did without talking to us first. Well,
Yeah, I was listening to the whole saga, and the one thing that continues to go through my mind is that men like to play, so, and they've always had that kind of in them, that they like to flirt, and quiet as it is, we do too. So I probably wouldn't. I probably would have took the same stance. I wouldn't have moved because he could be just playing. He ain't doing nothing. Just feeling his wild oats a little bit.
Okay, you guys hear the whole story though. I mean, honestly,
he didn't do anything.
I
yet.
know, but I'm saying, do you see why she moved? Because when I was reading, I did the same thing she did with well, I wouldn't move, but then when I thought, we just had coronavirus, that COVID, and you gonna go out and do something. If you going to keep this date or whatever your appointment you're saying you're gonna have, you could go out and have sex with somebody or whatever. And like she's saying, we just was sick. We just was quarantined, and now you gonna go out and possibly go do something with somebody.
Do you think she stopped it by confronting him?
No, I'm not. No, I don't. I think that's probably. I know. I'm just saying my mind did the same thing her mind did.
But I understand that. But that's again, women always go off of impulse, which always jacks them up, which makes their life even more miserable because you're going off of impulse. Yeah. You have to learn, just like you tell your kids, you have to learn the same thing you tell your kids. You can't just go off of your emotion right then. You have to sit down and say, let me think about this clear. Just like you now want to think about it and ask us our opinion. You should have did that before you moved. But you didn't. You jumped right into it and that was her excuse. Because if it goes out there, it could come back with COVID. He's still going to come back with COVID.
No, he had COVID.
I understand it. Yeah. So that's what she's worried about. Him going out there and bringing it back again because they already had it. And my thing is, you didn't stop anything. All you did was make him have to sneak harder. When if you didn't say nothing, you could have checked it out yourself. But I think what Lauren always used to say, you loved him on Monday. You still going to love him on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it's not going to change anything. So if you're not ready to move,
yeah, that's true.
Then you need to shut up.
It reminds me of a story.
Oh, there's a story lady. Call her story lady today.
This reminds me now. You got to just kind of get with me on this thing. And so, the proof is in the pudding. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So here it is, this couple. They've been married for, maybe, a little while, maybe 10 years or something. And, the dog in them just want to play a little bit, the husband piece of it. And so now what she did was, I don't know how she was able to find out this information, but women, we're clever and we're smart to figure out what's going on in our homes. So she kind of knew that this person was getting ready to take this person to the hot tub. They was getting ready to go to the hot tub. Okay? And so how she found that out, I don't know. But she went to the hot tub. So she sat in the lobby and she said, she cracked me up with this story. She said I was shaking so hard she couldn't even see how the newspaper was sitting still. And then she said the part that tickled me, she said when I looked back on her, I had the paper upside down.
Oh my God.
But the point of the story is that she sat in the lobby and watched this whole thing come down.
Yeah.
And they don't know because they all hugged up and get into the hot tub. You know what I mean? But she was able to watch him come in, her husband, with another woman and go into the hot tub arena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now she got the proof.
Yeah.
Because it's in the pudding. You know what I mean? It's in the pudding. And sometimes you got to wait because you ain't got no pudding.
Yeah.
And so but the issue is, I agree that if you're going to take it to that step, you got to be ready to do something about it.
Exactly.
You can't go, you a change. You got to be ready to go because of course she left after that. She got out of the marriage, but the part is that when you catch them in the act, there's a difference between flirting and act and doing it. You know what I mean?
True.
And so if you just flirting, because I personally, I don't have a problem with flirting. I think you probably shouldn't, maybe, you know what I mean? But it keeps you alive a little bit. But I think it's when you take it to the next level inside the flirt that gets you in trouble. Because some people can't handle it, so I tell you, don't go. Don't go. It's just like, me walking abstinent for these many, many years. And so I would tell people, if you can't handle it, don't go in the kitchen. Because see, the part is that, you know, when you're abstinent and you can't control your loins, your loins, and somebody, you know, so when they touch you in these spots, your tenderoni spots, then it's hard to keep your undies from the ceiling. So I said, if you can't handle it, don't go in. You know what I mean? Don't go in because, and don't be teasing, you know, telling them, you know, I'm waiting till I get married. But then you put them in these awful positions, you know, by arousing everything, you know, and then you put the brakes on them, you know. So that it's just very dangerous game. But that's what I'm saying about this relationship. I'm feeling like, okay, but you don't have nothing but text, and he had 897,000 excuses. But you know what? She kept on talking so dang on much, and he just said, "Okay, I did it. Just shut up." You know, because you know, women have a way of keep on talking until men just say yes, just shut up. It's like living like a contagious woman. You can't just say what you and then leave it alone. You know, go on now, watch TV and make cookies or something. You know,
I can't do that.
And so that's what our issue. And so we pin them in a corner, and after a while, we thinking we're doing good because they confess. They probably confess because they
wanted to shut us up. Just shut up! I don't care.
Shut up! I did it. Okay, anything to get you to leave them alone. You know. Because men don't like that bagging up in the corner.
Exactly.
So, you know, I realize what the writer is saying, that in a way she feels like he cheated on her already.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, they always say, you know, the intentions are there, or the thoughts are
there.
Sometimes it's not. Like, I'm going to say, earlier in my relationship with my husband that I'm with now, I flirted all the time. I flirted in front of him. I flirted. It wasn't going nowhere, and he knew that. But that's because he knew who I was. He knew it wasn't going to go nowhere. And he knew how hard it was to get me. And again, we didn't have sex until after we got married. Mm-hmm. And still didn't have sex. He gets mad about it. We didn't have sex until 4 days after we got married. So it wasn't easy to get me. So he knew I wasn't loosing the goose. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and he knows I'm flirting. And it's just what I do, because once I learned how to flirt and I realized, oh my goodness, flirting, you could flirt and get stuff for free. Mm-hmm. You could flirt and get the hookup. So I just was a flirter, you know, and you have those. But all I'm saying is you confronting the situation did not make it easier for yourself. Because now you have to do something. Because if you
gotta do it again, and then you gotta do it like you say, wait it out and see if he really does do something.
Mm-hmm. But now all he did.
He's gonna get more sneaky.
That's all he did. You gave him permission. That's all he did. He got more permission. Yeah. So now he got another cell phone that you ain't gonna never see, and he's doing now. You have to chase him or get a private eye just to follow him. And why are you wasting all that money and stuff when you could have just shut up and not said nothing at all? Yep. And that's what I'm saying is you running off of your emotions did nothing to help you in the situation. It didn't eliminate that, because in our mind, if we confront him, he's going to stop. That's what it is. That's what I thought when I confronted my husband, my first husband, on cheating. He's going to stop because he loves me so much that he doesn't want to hurt me, and he's not going to do this again.
Okay.
He did it again.
He's going to do it again.
He did it again. I even confronted the girl. He said, y'all ain't together no more, blah, blah, blah. I'm asking you. And she was like, no. I said, no, I'm telling you right now. There's no reason for me to get mad at you because you didn't know. You was listening to him. But I'm telling you right now, me and him trying to work this relationship out, and you come in there, I'm now going to be mad at you because you do know about me. And I asked you, if you still trying to pursue him and he's pursuing you, I can get out the picture. You can have him.
Right.
But I'm trying to work it out because he's my husband. And she said no. So when I dragged her out of McDonald's, I tried to drag her out of the McDonald's drive-through window, she knew I wasn't playing no more. And so you got to think about all those different things. Like, I had all these emotions. So everything I'm telling you, I understand completely.
Right.
So then when I started dating and a guy cheated on me, I never confronted him anymore. I'm like, I ain't got to confront you.
Oh, man.
So when I caught you cheating, I didn't talk to you until I was ready to leave. So
Right.
you had to really speak hard because now what I did was make it uncomfortable for you. And then when I was like, Lydia, don't make this uncomfortable. Just jump in there and do it. Really? Just do it. So what I did is I stopped talking to him.
Right.
And we didn't. He wanted to take me out. No. I'm going to buy you some fish. Okay. Because, fish tanks are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay. So he bought me a fish. We talked and we talked. Then we got in a big argument. I'm like, why are you starting to argue with me? Because I barely like you. So he arguing because I ain't came over that much. And he can't take me out and wine and dine.
That's controlling.
Yeah, he mad. Well, in my head, I'm mad too because you cheating.
Right.
But you don't know that I know that you're cheating.
Mm.
But I have to let go of you so when I'm all the way completely done with you, it doesn't hurt.
Right.
But I didn't let him know. So then I was able to back up. What we do as women is we sitting up there begging and pleading, and then we end up starting to go, so what do you want me to do to make sure you're happy? I'm not trying to be like the other girls. I don't care if I'm like every girl you've been with. I really don't care.
Yeah.
I hate when a man says that.
Yeah.
You so different than other girls. I said, you don't know that.
What?
You don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know.
Because I might be like that because I don't know what you do.
Right, you gonna
Right.
get
I don't
what
know
I
what you
give
did to the other girls to make them act the way
Right.
they do. So
Right.
I might be just like that other girl. So don't put me in that category because I might be. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm 10 times worse than the other girls. So you mess with me, I'm 10 times worse.
And it just keeps hounding in my head. It just keeps hounding because I think as women, and maybe even men for that matter, but I'm just speaking to the women because I'm a woman. And I have noticed on this journey of life that the men love to play.
Yeah.
And so therefore we knock the wind out of their sails because we don't allow them to play. You know what I mean? Because you can look at them. I mean, I was thinking about the Bill Cosby show. I was thinking about Bill Cosby show, and the women come in, and she had that dress on, and all the women turned their head and looked at this woman in this dress, right? And so, but the women that were married to her, their husbands never moved. They just knew that the guys were like, woo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what they were thinking.
Yeah.
But they never moved, and they never, they never made a big. I mean, they made a little bit of squabble. You know what I mean? They were like,
I know you're gonna look.
I know you're looking.
Look, but
I know you're looking, but
Uh-huh.
it's just when they carry out past the look to the touch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where the problem comes in at. If they looking and playing, okay. You know what I mean? Because, I think that's just kind of life's journey. But it's when they leave that arena and go over there to the compromising position of touch or
But my
that.
thing is, you got to understand too, Valerie, and this is what I tell every man and every woman in a relationship. I don't care if you're a man or a woman in this relationship. I don't care. We think differently. We operate differently. Women operate this way. Men operate this way. But we coincide and we mesh together. Once we learn how we operate, we can understand. Instead of always thinking women are always, I'm right because I'm thinking logical and it matches. Well, men don't think logical and it matches. They think I'm going to fix this issue and I'm going to do this. And this is it. Point A, point B, Z, and D. We like, well, no, because A and D flows better than A and B, and then
is it because they're like focused on one thing and we're multitaskers?
Probably so. And we analyze everything before it happens, and they just go through it. And then when they bump the road, it's like, ouch. And then a woman goes, see, I told you should have listened to me. So there's a lot of things we do outplay because we feel like we have to always be right, and so does a man. But it's our always right is totally like a different form. My thing is, what Valerie is saying, if a man wants to flirt or look at a woman, yes, that is fine. Only, and I say this with so much clarity in my mind, only, I don't even know how to make it, I want you to get it. Oh! Yeah, only if you have made your wife feel secure in your relationship with her. That you are able to flirt and look at another woman, because at the end of the day, all you have eyes for is that one. So you looking at the beauty of God's green earth. God made this beautiful woman and she looked good and she's wearing that outfit. Baby, she's wearing that outfit. I might have to get my girl one.
Right, exactly.
But you can't do what Valerie is saying that you need to do if your woman is not feeling secure.
Right.
Period. And that's one thing I can say is when I was flirting, my husband felt secure in the relationship. He knew I wasn't touching nobody. Matter of fact, I'm a flirt and then I'm hugging on my husband. So everybody knew I was married. I didn't try to sneak it. It wasn't nothing. If a guy talked to me, I was like, this guy gonna talk to me. How you gonna talk to me and you were doing such and such and such? You know I don't even, he would never be able to. But he was secure because he knew in our relationship, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not even looking to go anywhere. But if your woman or your man do not feel secure in the relationship because you ain't made them feel secure, because I'm going to tell you right now, I hear women always say, I ain't going to be sitting up there giving him applause because he washed the dishes. And I go, why not? Because I'll tell you one thing, if I take out the trash, he better almost have a heart attack. It should be a parade going because I'm not taking out the trash. So if my husband washes dishes, baby, you is looking good. You know what I mean? So why would I not want to elevate my man but get mad when another woman elevate him for what he doing? Right. So I'm going to elevate my own man. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to elevate my own man.
Because she ministering to me. Because I know I used to be one of them ones that I'd be like.
And it doesn't make sense. We will give praise to our kids. You give praise to your friends and family, but your man, the one you sleeping with, spread your legs all over the place, doing almost looking like a pretzel half the time. That's the guy you don't want to give praise to. You better give him some praise. If he don't wash dishes out there, and he washes dishes, girl, you better almost have a parade going. Baby, look at you washing dishes. You know you looking good washing dishes. Yeah, Mike, get some. Smack him on the behind. Those things, and then guess what he gonna do? Wash dishes all the time. Baby, don't be smirking. Dang, you washing dishes better than me. Oh my goodness, look at you. Can you wash me like that? He out there doing everything. That's what you do. Then if he want to flirt, he can flirt. You know why? Because he ain't looking at nobody but you. Yeah. He ain't looking at nobody but you. And vice versa. She ain't looking at nobody but you. But when we insecure and then your man is or your woman is flirting, that insecurity, I don't care what the man need to do. He needs to still flirt like Valerie said. Mine don't. Mine don't need to do nothing because I ain't feeling it. He ain't looking at me like that.
I just have that we should enjoy life. You know what I mean? Should. And I think that being like a little flirtatious is a little bit of fun in life.
It is only if you make your woman a man secure.
I agree with that. If they're secure enough in the relationship, then it's not a problem. It's when you didn't make them, the men or women did not allow their partner to be, or vice versa, just a partner in general in today's times. And, you didn't make them feel good about who they are and who they are in our relationship. Exactly. You know what I mean? Then, that little flirtation act is going to make them so insecure that they can't even.
Exactly. And so you're missing out on being able to flirt. I remember when I first went to Texas when I was younger. And I was probably 21, 22 when I first went to Texas. And all I remember is I knew I was looking cute. I had my makeup on, my hair was there, and I had this cute outfit. You couldn't tell me nothing. But what got me was this brother said, "Hey, sister, you looking good. I like that outfit on you." He was with his woman. And his woman said, "Oh, that outfit is good. Girl, you are wearing it. You go, girl." They were gonna argue between them and me. I like it. Because why?
Coming from here,
from here, you don't get any praises anyway. No. And then if a man and a woman walking, a man can't give me praises and you with your woman. We just can't do that. Right. But you could tell with that man. That woman was his queen, and she had no animosity. And I mean, we talked for a minute. I mean, he was worried. No. She said, "Oh, you looking?" Oh, and he was like, "And then she was like, amen. Don't she? That is a bomb outfit, girl. You is wearing it. You do your thing. Go ahead, girl. You go, Prince Queen. That's what she called me. You go, Queen." He like, "Yes, sister, you go." And I the whole day. Because I never had experienced that a day in my life. But my thing is,
I know that's nice.
that did not bother him. But everywhere I go, like when and here where I'm from, that would have been an argument. What you mean she looking good? Was she looking better than me? And it wasn't like that. You know what I mean?
I had that problem.
Yes. But that's what I'm saying.
When I went to, that's what I told you when I went. My issue was because I had never experienced, because of where we, where we are from. Nobody was ever giving me accolades like that, or I never even, nobody was approaching me that much. I mean, it was just like, I'm me, happy-go-lucky lady, just hey, and so I'm in a whole nother state, but I'm just shopping. But I'm not realizing, because I'm just like, hey, I'm happy, and and I'm not realizing that couples was like arguing and fighting because the man was looking at me, but I didn't know. I'm just shopping, minding my business, and the lady was like, well, if you pay attention instead of looking at her, I was like, whoa, I had no idea. That's the difference. And what she's saying is that's where it needs to be, is like, see, that's the insecurity. Whatever. But what I'm saying is, like, she went down south, and I was, to me, down south is to me, but she went down south, I had a positive experience. And the thing is I do what she's talking about. I do that. Like, I don't ever trip. Like, I'll tell male, female, whatever, that they look nice and have no intentions whatsoever. I'm gonna tell you look bomb. I'm gonna tell you, and I like, because Lydia's that way too. I like to like, well, that girl look bomb. We see, how you doing, sister? You looking good out there. We be see construction workers. We be all, how you doing? I
try to get as much accolades because they don't have them here.
No,
and I do. And if I see a construction worker out there, and I'm sorry, y'all can get me offended about what I'm saying, but if she be black and she out there, I roll down the window. Hey, sister, she like that. Girl, you working it? That's what I'm talking about. You go, girl. She's like, you look at that. Do my construction. That's who. But I do. I want to uplift them, because we don't get, especially as black people, we don't get enough.
Right. So you can't get really offended because we're not getting each other.
No,
we're not. That's what
and so I try to always, if you black and I see you, I'm gonna give you your accolade. Right. Now, if you're beautiful, I don't care what color you are, or whatever. I'm gonna still give you your accolade. But I'm gonna go crazy because I know, as a black woman, I didn't get a lot of accolades until I left my state.
And that's what I'm saying.
And that's the thing.
We're here still, and we know that we're not, as people, getting that. So we have. That's what I'm saying. You're trying to.
And that's why people don't even believe I'm from here. I get that about all the time. But my thing is, but the difference, and still going on with that, the woman was secure.
Yes, exactly.
Period.
Yes.
And then it's an easy flow to be able to be flirted with.
Because
the woman was secure.
It's not even flirting. He just straight up told you look good.
Yeah, a woman would take that as a flirt.
They were insecure.
But I liked it because he didn't do it. Like, he didn't wait till you went around the corner. I'm reminded of a story.
Well, here we go. Got a story. Here it goes.
This is the point I'm trying to make here on this whole situation, because he was open and right there. So, and I'm going to bring it out here. So, here we are, I'm with my dearest friend, and we're getting ready to go out club, and she has a date, I don't. And so they're in front of me, and they're walking ahead of me and doing, whatever they do. And the man she with, he reaching his hand in the back, he want to touch me.
No.
Okay, so he trying to touch me. You know what I mean? And I'm just looking, because I'm just like floored, because my mouth, I guess I could have created a scene, but I didn't do that. I didn't do it that way. I probably would have, today's time, I might have just been grown. I would have just clowned.
Yeah.
And so, because I think you're shocked.
You're doing
shock.
Right, but, and so he was trying to flirt undercover.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And so, what I admire about this particular couple that was telling Lydia that she looked really, really nice is that he did it in the present.
Yes.
His hand wasn't reaching in the back.
Trying to be sneaky.
He wasn't trying to be sneaky and undercover. You know what I mean? He was open and transparent.
Yeah.
So that they could see, she could see what he was doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was encouraging you and telling you you're pretty. There's just something about that helps, especially men telling a woman that she looks nice.
Yeah.
And so something, I could tell a girl she looked nice and they go, thank you. Yeah. But when a man said, you go, ooh, hey, I look good.
I'm going to tell you, I was happy about both of them telling me. I was like, I must be looking good. And I was just shocked because I was like, what? And that shocked me because it was like, he said said it again, like you said, in front of his woman.
That's right.
And she didn't get mad. She piggybacked on what he
That's
said.
right. That's right.
And then we all went our separate ways, and
and
life went on. There was no
I think
arguments
that
and nothing.
men try to, if they try to give a compliment, but they feel, and maybe that's our part as women, we make them feel like they can't do that kind of stuff in front of us.
Well,
You
that's,
understand?
I think
because
it's
we
because
start
we're
going
security.
into our
Security.
acts.
It's really
but
security.
also too when we're from, I will
No,
have to
security,
say,
because I tell you right now, you can ask my husband today. I flirt. We sometimes even talk about one time we went to an all-you-can-eat restaurant, and this guy was just, me and him was just talking. He was just flirting hardcore with me, and I was, giving him the eye and everything. And I sat there, and I was next to my husband, and then he came over. I was like, hey, and he walked by me like he didn't see me. I said, see, honey, you done scared him. We was scared him. You done scared him away from me. I didn't even do nothing. Look at you. You done scared the man. I mean, we was having a good flirt off. And look at you. You over here. Mean mother. I just saw the dude. I was getting ready to introduce him to my husband because I was flirting, but I wanted you to know, this is my husband. It wasn't nothing to you, but that man, he hurried up and went on.
Because he was out of order.
he was like, scared
And
of
maybe
who?
he was thinking you
Look
were
at
out of order because you
Then he probably saw your husband and was like, oh no, that's her husband.
sitting next to this man, he don't know your husband. She is sitting next to me and flirting with me. He probably,
And I just did it openly. He probably thought I was trying to get a threesome.
No, because really that's how it be here.
But I know,
That's
but
what
I
I'm
was just
saying.
like,
You
me
don't
and my
know.
husband talk about it. But again, it's really about security. And women are not being secure. And there's men out there that's not being secure about it.
Yeah.
I never, not once when I was flirting or when I was mad at my husband or anything, made him feel like somebody else was more important to him.
Right.
So with that in his head, is he knows, and I always let him know, you're a good man. You make sure you provide this and this and this. What do I need to go anywhere for? So there's all these things that I constantly do. And that's I'm like where I have to have a script. You are a good man. You provide. No, it's just a normal conversation. Just like, oh, baby, I just love you. There's nobody else to take your place. That's it. My husband knows since I was 12 years old, I was married to LL Cool J.
Right?
Yes.
He knows.
Yes,
Everybody knows
we
I
all
was
know.
married to
We
LL
all
Cool
know.
J.
And mine was Lou Gossip.
See?
Oh, so there we
But
go.
my husband knows
Sexy.
that even if LL Cool J came right now to me and LL got tons of money
Yes.
and everything, I would not leave my husband for LL. But yes, me and LL Cool J are married. And me and LL had some arguments about him getting married to his woman.
Yeah.
And
He's been with her for a long time.
duh.
Yeah.
And I think he loves her.
Yeah.
And that's why we argue.
Yeah, you argue about that. Yeah.
And then LL be like, well, you married and you in love. And
Right.
it's okay when I do it.
Exactly.
It's okay when I do it. It ain't okay
Yeah.
when I do it. You know what I
This is
mean?
kind of hypocritical going on there. It's a relationship.
But it's
Right.
But it's our relationship.
Yeah, that's what
right.
it is.
That's how me and LL work, and we
That's
cool
right.
with it.
That's right.
So we know that, and I'm just saying it's all about security.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, you can get away with doing all this stuff, but you can't say, baby, you secure now, I done cheated on you.
Right.
Or I snuck talking to this woman behind your back.
Yeah. Once you find
But I'm only flirting,
Yeah.
just a little bit. As I'm doing it behind your back.
Right.
You know, those things. So you have built where she's now looking at you like, I wish you would talk to another woman.
Right.
And there's some women that have been cheated on so much I don't care how secure you make her.
Yeah.
That's how she felt. And
Her
like those
mindset
things,
go that
she
way.
shouldn't have got married, or she shouldn't be in a relationship until she can heal from those other past relationships. And that goes for a man as well.
Yeah.
You know, those things need to be taken care of before you get into a relationship. I always tell people, heal before you go to another relationship. Because you don't want to drag that other relationship. One thing I hate from a man or a woman to tell me when they're in a different relationship how that person reminds them of the person that they was with before. Then you ain't let go of that person before. Because everybody in this world gonna remind you of something that somebody else did before. And the only reason there's memory there is because you're still hurting from it, and that you know, deep down have not gotten over that relationship. So you come to me and say to Lydia, I'm not saying to Joanne and Valerie, but you come to me and go, my ex, it just makes me nervous because my boyfriend just makes me nervous because he's doing the same thing my ex did before he cheated.
And you don't know.
So then why are you in a relationship with him? Because you didn't heal from the last. No. I'm over that. No, because you're comparing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she sized that.
You're comparing it.
Yep.
You can't compare the relationship.
Nope.
If that, I don't care what that person did. That's a different person.
Yeah.
That person didn't analyze and go, oh, so this is what he did. No, he is being himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he could do everything like the other dude except for the cheating.
Mm-hmm.
That's just people. There's men act the same and women act the same in so many different ways that you can compare a lot of stuff. Because that's their nature.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm learning a little tidbit from that because at first I was like, but I get what you're saying in the sense of the healing part. Heal first, because to me when you said that, I thought, okay, I get what they're saying because it would bring up that. If that person acting like that would bring up that trauma, and if you haven't healed from the trauma of that, what that person used to do or how they used to act, then like you said, you're not giving this new person, this fresh, clean start, this slate, you know what I mean, and not judging them or anything like that for what they're doing, because then when they did that little bit and it reminded you of that other person, then it brought that in you to go, oh, he's doing like that one right before he did that. Then it's like all that brought that trauma up.
And then you go there, that hurts me. And then you say, and when you do this, so I have to change because of another dude.
Person, yeah. And then
so now you mad. Yeah. And now he mad. I'm not changing for one. I might try to change for you because I love you, but I'm not changing because another dude did something.
Right.
And again, I don't care. You can get 100 men, and they're gonna all do like 1 or 2, 3 things exactly the same. They're gonna do 1 or 2, 3 there because their mind thinks the same because they're men.
They're men.
Just like you got a panel of women, we all think the same about a couple of things. But because of our life experience, we have these other things. But I guarantee you can find the same thing going on that me, Joanne, and Valerie do that are exactly the same. I am not going to be living my life for a past female. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you ain't over that past female, don't come looking at me.
Well,
I'm not living my life like that.
You just said something that is truly it's true.
I think I just remember something.
What?
So,
you got that story?
I was thinking, okay, so we dating, right?
And so you want to learn something if you got a cheating kind of person that might be a cheater.
Right.
They said you could tell if they gonna be a cheater by the kind of draws they wear. So
are you serious? Stop it!
Tickle me.
So you don't want to date the kind that's wearing the bikini drawers.
Oh no!
They said because they usually they a little bit sexy. They gonna take it there. He said, "What you want to date is you want to date the boxer, the boxer kind. You know what I mean? Because then they, you know what I mean. They pretty conservative.
Well, boxer briefs tonight.
You had lots of babies.
Well, you know they got them new draws now that they go long down to the men's come all the way down.
Like shorts.
Yeah, like shorts. When you put those at? Because
that's like the boxer briefs.
Why don't you figure that out and tell us next time? Just tell us what this is, because I don't like that little thing. So now I'm going to do some research. What kind of underwear do y'all men wear?
I don't like when they wear a bikini because then that makes me think they go the other way.
They go either way?
Because it'd be looking kind of
sexy.
You didn't have a problem when you was going to the strip club.
Well, because that's their job. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother.
I never said
that's a whole. They work. That's what they did. So they had to buy that to kind of for the job, for their
right.
You have a job.
So if he want to wear that for the job, just please you.
No. I'm
not
the right
See, I got issues because I want them to wear cowboy things.
Oh, like the
cow with the strap and everything, and everything. So they long legged, right? They long legged,
and then they got the little bikini thing.
They got.
And then they got and then he does.
He whip out like that. Just whip out like that.
So you want the one where they don't have no booty?
You know what her fetish is. Hey, whip that gun out. Daddy, whip that gun out.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Well, okay. I see her little stripper outfit.
I'm telling you, know, like, 'cause we need to loosen up.
Yeah,
you know,
yes,
and enjoy
yes.
life journey. You know, and start
Yes.
making mountains out of molehills.
Yeah.
If you don't have the proof of them doing something, stop bagging up in the corner.
Yeah.
That they life miserable because you miserable.
Yeah.
You know, you miserable
And you know,
because
I
you
will-
got some issues. You might need counseling.
I will
101.
say
Yeah.
this quarantine though, because of all the stuff that they have gone
Yes.
through, I think it's messed with everybody's head.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter like you yourself. Like it's already I'm dealing with my stuff
Right.
stuck in this house with you got kids and whatever and then you got because you're dealing with because the thing about it is what I said to a lot of people is we live life and we're free to do whatever, right?
Right.
We're busy. We're going. I don't have idle time to think about my mess because I'm busy. You know what I
Right.
mean? But if you sit me down and I'm stuck in the house with myself
Right.
and I can't go and I use all my time up doing other stuff and helping other people, blah, blah, blah. And then I got to sit here and look at me and deal with my
That's
stuff.
because they need that thing, that outfit.
They need the outfit.
That's the problem.
And that's what I said. Some people are having
Make
a
it fun.
Yes.
Make it sexy.
Well, and
Have
that's what I said.
fun
Some
with
people are
that.
having a good experience with it. Some people aren't. And that's what I'm saying. So some people they're having a good old time. Hey, we stuck. We just settling it up. We having a good old time. And
We're
it's
the
true.
little outfit.
Yeah, but then
Exactly.
sometimes, just because, like I said, we're finally sitting and deal with our own issues, and like they in the house, they didn't have the stuff, they didn't have the disease. So she had it, she was sick, he was sick. Then they had a quarantine and the kid, they have their kid that they had to worry about. So it's like okay, then they dealing with their own stuff, and then you fighting with each other because you is stuck in the house with each other. You know what I'm saying? So. With this stuff, I mean, this is something we've never experienced before. Like, I look and see how people had back in the day that had dealt with a quarantine before. This is something that I've never dealt with. So we got to deal with anxieties and all kind of weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? The emotions that's going on. So to me, not that I'm saying, somebody do something, during quarantine, don't pay attention. But also too, we don't know what's going on in the dude's head.
Exactly.
He could have been bored as hell. And just,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me
He's
just,
doing something.
especially if he called his ass Black Panther.
Yeah.
No, that's
You know he should go get that outfit.
I
And
said,
you
already
put
know
the-
that's my
he should put
favorite
the
answer.
black
You know what I'm
outfit on and strut through the house like something wrong with him.
Oh, she sex kidding, he Black Panther. When she said that, I was like, these fools right here, they ain't got nothing to do. They just
Yeah,
mess
and I
around.
just
You know
think
what
you
I'm
have
saying?
to think about that.
And
Yeah.
sometimes because you're in quarantine, women, I can talk to women, I'm not going to be able to say too much about men.
Yeah.
Let them be by themselves for a little bit. Like, give them a break. They ain't got to be up under you all the time
Yeah.
to do that. And then if you are bored and you want something to do, then that's when you create your atmosphere. Like, okay, I'm going to put a wig on. Okay, my hair is long. Now it's going to be short. It's short. Now it's going to be long. Put on your makeup totally different.
Different.
And then be like, come in here, baby. Give him somebody new every day.
Yes.
Every day. Enjoy life.
Yes.
And my thing is, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been married almost 21 years, and my husband don't know what he get on a daily basis.
Yeah.
He don't know.
Yeah.
And so, and I know that. So I'm like, who you going to cheat with? Because you can't keep up with the many people I'm giving you.
And they love that.
He
They
know,
love
he
that.
like, and he got to chase each one of us, and he
Yeah,
tired. He
you
like,
can't be walking
dang, I
in
got to
there.
chase you too.
That's what.
Who's you this week? I don't know. I think I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
And then I do my face up, and I'll beat it all up, totally different than I ever do. And then he's like, oh, okay, but make it fun because sometimes it's boring,
Yeah.
and a guy can't say, "Baby, it's boring," and we not get offended.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
instead
exactly.
of waiting for him to offend you, and you get, he doesn't. He
Right.
set up for
Yeah,
it.
you went to
Yes,
bed with the
straight.
rag on your head, and you got up and the rag still on your head.
Right.
You
Wake
got
up in the
them,
morning like an hour early, put your face on,
Girl,
and
yeah.
girl, get on top and ride.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yeah, do something.
Ride that Cowboys gun.
That was
Ride
trying
it.
to say something to somebody.
And then
you know, and I was like,
be talking to sex kittens.
He
yeah,
wouldn't have time. He wouldn't have time.
You know,
I don't need to meet with no old friends. Nothing. This woman has did it all.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's gonna come up next, and I ain't got time to be on the phone trying to figure out what you doing. 'Cause,
Okay.
the woman coming in here, and I don't know who she is.
You know, and
I
I
don't know
was
what
just
it
imagining in my head. I said as I can unveil this thing unfolding. Yeah, put some clothes on, girl. Put makeup on. Get the stilettos out, girl.
All right, we enjoyed ourselves today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the Talk It Out Show.